Hello and happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the Quirky Cast. We are currently sitting here in our cozy pajamas the day after Christmas.
I didn't want to get up today. I was like, I need to wear pajamas.
I will say I slept in these and I woke up in these and now I'm wearing these on the podcast. So
I got these yesterday.
Ooh.
And I felt them. They were so soft. I was like, I am wearing these all day.
Yeah.
We hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
How was your holiday?
I would say like a pretty chill, relaxing holiday. We woke up, we made some breakfast, we made some cinnamon rolls because, little extra celebration. I love cinnamon rolls. Yeah, and then I pretty much went over to my family's house and we opened presents with everybody. Yeah, how was yours?
Pretty much the same. We didn't make breakfast, but I slept in a little bit and we opened presents, and then my boyfriend's family came over, and then my sister's boyfriend's family came over and we got to meet them. So
it was like a big amount of people at your house?
Yes. Well, we kind of started a little bit earlier, and my boyfriend's family, they had to leave early, and then her boyfriend's family came over.
Okay.
But yeah, so we ate dinner like 5 times.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
We had so much food.
We had the struggle of, we did our like activities pretty early, so then we always kind of had like dinner to ourselves, but then everything is closed on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And we're not really cooks, I would say. We eat out a lot. So we were driving through some places. We went to McDonald's. They were closed.
Yeah.
I was like, McDonald's is 100% going to be open. They were closed. We found a pizza place that was open. So we got some pizza, which was pretty good. Huh. So yeah. What was a present that you got that was your favorite this year?
Ooh. Okay. I got a lot of Disney bags.
Ooh.
Not a lot, but I got 3. I got 2 for my sister. I got 1 from Jamie. The one that I got from Jamie, it was from the Aldo collection, the Disney 100. It's so cute.
Oh.
It's like a crossbody, and then it has the little like coin pouch that goes on the strap too.
Yeah.
Like the Prada bags.
Yeah.
But it's so cute. I love it.
The other ones that you got from your sister, were they like Loungefly?
I don't think they were Loungefly, but they were from like Box Lunch, I think. I got
Okay.
like a Spider-Man one and then an Alice in Wonderland one.
Ooh, cute.
And speaking of Alice in Wonderland, I just watched the 2 like live action Alice in Wonderlands, and they are so good.
The one with the Johnny Depp, right? As the Mad Hatter?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just like obsessed with it now.
Ooh.
So now I want everything Alice in Wonderland. They're so good.
Okay. I know I've watched them, but a long time ago. I don't quite remember. I just remember that the queen was like terrifying, and then she had the little like Tweedledee Tweedledum, and I just remember seeing them. I just don't really remember how like the movie goes.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. You should watch it.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'll check it out.
What was your favorite gift you got?
I got from Austin. Got me a brand new keyboard and camera for my streaming sets, which I've been very much in the need of. And I don't know. I'm really excited. I didn't give him like specifics of what I wanted, but he got me a pink keyboard and a pink mouse, so it's so cute. My whole little like gaming setup looks so adorable, and the camera, I did stream yesterday, like Christmas Day, with my camera, and it is like so good quality. You can see like my whole room, and you can see like everything more clearly, because before it was like kind of fuzzy a little bit. So I'm excited to be using it more often.
That's exciting and very on brand with the pink.
Yeah. So I've been seeing a whole lot of debate all over TikTok. The topic right now is sharing everybody's white boys of the month. We have many, many different selections, and there's like this cool filter where you pick out like from the bracket who your white boy of the month is. I've been doing them myself. I've been watching a bunch of different people's and seeing their own opinions, and I think it could be something for us to do together on the podcast and see who our white boy of the month is for this year.
Yeah, and also I feel like we are both huge fangirls.
Yes.
So I think this is very good for us.
Yes. Yeah. And when putting together this bracket, I was looking at all of our different selections, and I'm like, this is gonna be a tough one, a tricky one, and I think it'll be something fun to do, and y'all can play along at home also with us, and let us know who your winner will be in the comments.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see what everybody's different selections are.
That's true. Yeah. And so we're going to be doing this together. It's not, we might have different opinions, but we're going to work through this together and figure out who our winner is.
Yes, ours together. Okay, so I'm going to bring up my bracket that we made. It was a very quick little project, but I think it was super cool to have like a visual aspect to look at, and we can actually rip their faces off and put them on the bracket as they go.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see more, but we'll try to be very descriptive of who we are talking about and where they are on the board for the audio listeners.
And before we start, we did match these pairings on purpose because I think a lot of these are really fun debates. So I'm excited to debate them and see which one we like better.
Yeah, I'm really excited, but I think it's going to be really hard.
Yep. Okay, so let's start off with our first pairing. We have Josh Hutcherson and we have Tom Blythe, who are both Hunger Games franchise boys. And I feel like I already know who my answer is going to be. I want to see what your thoughts are for this.
So I have to say, I have not seen the new Hunger Games yet, but my entire TikTok is just Josh Hutcherson memes.
Yeah, Josh Hutcherson has been very much all over TikTok at the moment. Also, obviously, because we have the whole Hunger Games like coming back up and everything. But there's also been a debate going along with this White Boys of the Month brackets. There's debates of who would be the White Boys of Mount Rushmore, having the four faces like on the mountain of people who have gone through the test of time, through all the years, who have been fan favorites. And I have seen many videos saying that Josh Hutcherson would be one of them. And I was like, I've never myself been on the hype of him. I love him as an actor. I like absolutely adore him. I love his interviews. Like he's really funny, really cool. But I've never been like fascinated by him.
Yeah.
And I can see him. I can appreciate him being on the White Boys of Mount Rushmore. But I think out of this bracket situation, I think I would pick Tom Blythe.
Yeah. And everything that I've been seeing about the new Hunger Games, everyone loves Tom Blythe. So I'm down to go with him.
It? Okay.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so we'll just meet in the middle at this answer. So pretty easy one starting off the bat.
And I'm sure once I watch this Hunger Games, I'm going to be like, oh my God.
I think
Tom
so.
Blythe guy.
I think so for sure.
Okay, so the next one, we have Harry Styles and Glenn Powell. I don't really know much about Glenn Powell besides the movie that he's in with Sydney Sweeney. And has that come out yet?
It just came out on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay.
So
I want to see it.
Yes, I'm so excited to see it, and I definitely am gonna check that out. Like maybe sometime this week. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is like rude to say, but like, is he old? I don't know how old he is, but like he kind of seems old.
Yeah, I do know he's been in a lot of movies that I've watched like years ago.
Okay.
And I can't think of one right now. I'm trying to think, but
I've never seen him before.
I have seen him in a few movies, but I do think he is on the older side.
Yeah.
But can we also say the same for Harry Styles? Is Harry Styles on the older side? How old is he?
He's probably like 30.
Okay.
Cause like, or like 30 something, but like he looks like he's like 47. Maybe not that old, but like I would say that he's like 43.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you're watching this, Glenn Powell. Because like Sydney Sweeney, I would say she's like 23 and he's like 43.
Interesting. She also, I think, is married to somebody who's way older than her.
I heard that they were engaged, but then once this whole movie thing came out, they're like, is she still engaged? But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Her husband or fiance is a producer of the movie.
Oh.
So everybody, I mean, I don't know how true this is, right? But people are saying that like this is all a stage to get some publicity to watch this movie.
Huh.
And so, which somebody said he was a producer. I don't know if that's true, but that's what his occupation is that he's produces or whatever. So when I heard that, I was like, this is all fake. Like, and when I keep watching these interviews, obviously they're both like very flirtatious. Like that's their personality or that's like what they're maybe even acting as. That's how I always see them separately. But then when they have their interviews together, it like pairs well so perfectly. And I feel like they're just putting up a show.
Yeah. I want to watch the movie now.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Okay, I mean, I know who my answer is here, but I just want to say that I watched Don't Worry, Darling with Harry Styles, and it was very good, but like he kind of scares me now.
Oh.
Like, not like scares me, but like now when I see him, I think of him in that movie, and I'm like, that was kind of creepy.
Like his little like grungy down character one, or just the idea of him like keeping her there.
The idea of him keeping her there and like gaslighting her and like, you know, all of that.
Interesting. Okay.
But I love him. So should we say our answers?
Yeah.
Or do you have anything to say?
No. I mean, I do love Glenn Powell. Also in the movies I've seen him, can't think of what those were, but But I mean, we all know who the answer is gonna be.
Yeah.
Ready? You want to say on three?
One,
1, 2, 3.
Harry Styles.
All right. We're gonna change Harry right there. Give him a little tap tap. Alrighty. The next pairing I'm actually very excited for because it's a fun little debate of the two Elvises that have just came out with their own movies. We have Austin Butler and we have Jacob Elordi. And I think I have some strong opinions. Growing up, you know, Austin Butler was all in the Disney scene, was in Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, was in the Carrie Diaries, and I loved Austin Butler.
I forgot about that show.
I love the Carrie Diaries. They literally did like one season and they stopped
I know, it was so good.
It was really good.
Oh.
But so I loved Austin Butler. He was always one of my favorites. But I will say after this whole Elvis phenomenon of all his interviews and how he just had to keep the character going, and then now you have Jacob Elordi, which I've already liked Jacob Elordi, like in Euphoria. What else is he in? Can't even think.
I know. I didn't even know what he was in.
Oh, in the Kissing Booth.
Yeah.
Oh, and so I don't know. I've already liked him like in those films and stuff, but seeing his interviews of his Elvis situation, you would have the interviews of like Austin Butler would say that he like trained for weeks and he was getting immersed into like this lifestyle, and Jacob Elordi was like, I just showed up and I just listened to little things. Like he was like so nonchalant, so chill about it, being like, I didn't really listen to Elvis growing up, but I got this part and I was like, I'll just do it. And I'm like, that just seems so cool. His whole like mantra or like his whole mentality of doing this character versus Austin had to like stay in the voice for months after gave me the little cringe.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just appreciated Jacob's a little bit more.
Did you watch either movie?
I have not.
I know, I haven't either.
I need to.
Okay. So what I have to say is that I think I like Austin Butler better because of all the Disney stuff. Because we grew up with him, you know? Like I don't know, but I do understand the cringe, all of that stuff. I don't know. I'll let you decide this one. Because you have strong opinions, and I'm kind of like, I don't know.
I mean, I think I just got the ick from Austin Butler.
Okay.
I really do. And this is like, it goes deep. And the fact that him and Vanessa Hudgens broke up, and Vanessa Hudgens was a bridesmaid to Ashley Tisdale's wedding, but after the breakup, it seems like they stopped contact because Ashley Tisdale did not even attend Vanessa Hudgens' wedding. Wow. And people are blaming Austin Butler for that because obviously Ashley and Austin are like very close. I guess they're cousins. I saw on like an interview. They did like a DNA situation.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
And she was like, didn't she like kiss him or
yeah,
something?
Yeah, she was like, I kissed him and he's my cousin. Probably very long distance cousins. Yeah. But they're obviously really close. So I don't know. Get rid of Austin Butler.
Okay. Let's do Jacob Elordi.
All right. We're throwing Jacob in there.
Okay. So next up, it's the Battle of the Spider-Mans. Not all of them, but just two of them. Mm-hmm. We have Tom Holland and we have Andrew Garfield.
Yes. And I already have my strong opinions. I already feel like this one is a contender that will go to the top for me.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel. I love with all my heart Andrew Garfield so much. He has the most amazing way of words. All his interviews, everything about him is just like amazing. But I also love Tom Holland. I think I just love Tom Holland as a person, but not as somebody that I'm fascinated with. Okay. But I have watched the Amazing Spider-Man movies several times specifically to watch Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. I will say I didn't know who Andrew Garfield was before, and then I watched the movies, and I love him for, you know, those interviews, the chicken shop girl, Amelia, I think her name is.
Yes.
Every time she interviews him, I'm like, please get together. Like, break up with your boyfriend and girlfriends and get together now, please.
Yes, their chemistry.
But I'm in love with them together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their chemistry is so good. And every time I see a clip of them, and then it'll be like another clip of it at another award show, and they'll be like, we meet again, like we're back here, and I'm just like, yes.
Yeah, but that is hard because I also feel like Tom Holland, when I watched those Spider-Man movies, I was like, whoa, this is insane, and it kind of got me back into it and back into Marvel. So I don't know.
But are we talking about we're talking about like them.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
we're not
right,
going to
you're
think
right.
about like their character, their
Okay.
movies. We're thinking of like them. We're going to be surface level. We're going to talk about their looks, you know, like how we
Okay.
think of them as a person and everything.
Since we're talking about looks, is Andrew Garfield really old too?
He is. I would say he's in his 40s.
Wow. Okay.
But he'll always be the amazing Spider-Man character in my eyes.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe we came to
In agreement?
yeah.
And that is
Andrew
Garfield. Okay. I was waiting for you to be like Tom Holland. We're getting a little bit harder as it comes down. I just looked at this pairing and now I'm regretting pairing these two together because I do think it's a pretty tough one. Or actually maybe not really, but we have Chris Briney, who is from the Summer I Turned Pretty series, and we have Timothy Chalamet. And this one is gonna be so kind of tough to talk about.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts to start off with?
Well, I am Team Conrad all the way.
Yes.
All the way. But that's all we know him from. You know?
Exactly.
You know, but I always think about Team Conrad, you know? But Timothy Chalamet, he has so much.
Mm-hmm.
So much to put him up in this fight, you know?
Yeah. He has the it factor of like everything.
Mm-hmm.
He has the looks. He has the personality. We all saw in the new Wonka movie, he has the voice. He can sing.
We've seen that long before Timmy Tim.
That's true. He has even the style too.
Yeah.
Like he has his fits. Everything about him is just so cool. And Chris is just coming in the scene at the moment.
Yeah.
He is in the new Mean Girls movie that's also coming out.
Oh.
And I'm excited. He's playing Aaron Samuels.
Okay.
Which I'm very excited to see how he does for that. I did hear in an interview that he turned down the offer at first because he thought he was going to have to sing. Wow. And they told him that he will not be singing any songs. So he did take the offer.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, isn't it a musical?
Yeah, it is a musical. So I don't know if we're getting a little, like if they're teasing us with that and he will come out with the song, but we'll see. I don't know. I feel like it is an easy one. Yeah. I think our winner is Timothy Chalamet.
Next up, we have the twins, Cole and Dylan Sprouse.
I guess just starting off, I would say my views of them have changed from when I was little.
Okay.
I loved Zach from Zach and Cody. Like he was my favorite. I loved the swag hair, you know, like the little floppy hair. I loved how he was like the bad boy character when I was young. But now I think I really like Cole Sprouse.
Okay. So Cody was my favorite.
Oh.
And so I've always loved Cole Sprouse. And then I watched Riverdale. I liked him a lot in it.
Uh-huh.
And then he started dating Lily Reinhart.
Oh, okay.
Or I think, they were dating and they were like dating in the show too. I feel like I just remember seeing a lot of things after they broke up. I don't really remember what it was, but that like, not that he's like the greatest guy or whatever.
Oh.
And then I just saw that Dylan and Barbara, I think her name is. She's like a Victoria's Secret model, I'm pretty sure. They got married. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute and like so sweet that they got married. And I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of back and forth. Like, I don't really know.
Also going off of that with Dylan and his wife, I saw that he went to like one of her fashion shows and there's just the clip of him standing up. Well, like everybody was seated. He was like in the front row standing up and like clapping and like he just looked so like in awe. Yeah. And I was like, that is so cute.
Yeah. Just like a supportive boyfriend. And I don't know.
Also, I will say too that I don't know if you all have seen the interview of Cole Sprouse on Call Her Daddy of him like smoking the cigarette and everybody was posting it all over TikTok. He was like, can I smoke in here? And she was like, yeah, like go for it. But it was just a little cringy of him sitting there with a cigarette in his hand and he was just like, yeah, I remember like the days with like Disney, and it was just like a little awkward. A little just weird
like
and
he was
awkward.
Trying to look cool.
Yes. It's like you can't just wait an hour after the interview. Like it was just weird, but I guess after me saying that, Also, Dylan Sprouse is in the new movie, Beautiful Disaster, which is very, very, very similar to our loved series, the After movies. I told you to watch it,
Yes.
but I don't know if you have yet.
I haven't, but I need to.
I just love this genre. It's just like about the toxic relationships of how, you know, they break up, they're like, I hate you, they run away, they come back. And so it's just like that, you know,
Yeah.
it just keeps going. And it's just also very entertaining. And I really liked it. But he looked so good in that movie.
Really?
And that's what also brought me back to being like, like maybe he's the brother on top for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe for the first time in my life, I'm going to choose Dylan.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
I think I will go off of your choice.
Yeah.
If you want to go with Dylan,
Okay.
we can do that.
Okay. Dylan Sprouse is the winner.
Next up, we have the debate between our two TV show guys. I was gonna say boys, but I feel like these two are men, to be honest.
Yeah.
We have Penn Badgley, who played Dan Humphrey from Gossip Girl, and we have Jeremy Allen White, who played Lip Gallagher on Shameless, which I would say, I'm sorry, you seem like you want to start off.
Go.
I would say I hated Dan Humphrey with a passion. I hated him. Okay. But I did love Lip Gallagher, was my favorite.
Yes.
Out of Shameless, he was my favorite character.
Me too. But I do have to say, more recently, we have Penn, that was Joe in You. And we have Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. I don't remember what his name was. I only watched a few episodes. I was like, I didn't really get into it. But I don't know. It's very tricky.
I will say that I am an avid listener of Penn Badgley's podcast called Pod Crushed. He obviously like shares his experience of acting, but it's mainly about middle school stories, and they bring on fellow actors and just talk about like their own like middle school experiences and stories, and then along with them growing up in the industry and all that sort of stuff. And he's just so insanely intellectual. And I don't know if you knew this, he directs and is a producer of the You series.
Oh, wow.
So some of the episodes which he talks about in his podcast, he'll be like, I directed like this episode, like this was all of like me telling them what to do and like everything, but like in a really cool way. And his like brain just works so differently, and he just talks about like these crazy fun topics. There was the new thing on TikTok of him debating with Matt Rife about astrology.
Oh, I heard about that. I heard about that, but I didn't see it.
And Matt's like, there's no way that stars can, you know, tell us how we're feeling. And he's just giving him all these facts. He was like, it was crazy. And like what a lot of people say, because obviously you can have your own beliefs. Like you don't have to believe in what other people believe. But I think the annoying or the like the part that just is like a turnoff is when people just downplay it.
Yeah.
Like you can just be like, oh, like I'm not really into that, but that's cool that you like that. But when they're like, no, you're wrong. Like no. I'm like, that just is the icky.
Yeah, like everyone believes in something different, and if I want to believe that the stars are telling me what to do today, then let me believe it. Like
exactly.
Let me live my life.
But going off of all that whole tangent, the idea of Penn just being very intellectual, like so smart along with being like handsome.
Yeah.
I do like him. I'm curious. Do you think Jeremy Allen White is cute?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so too. The way that I said that, I think so too. Do you think he's like an ugly cute situation?
Yeah.
Okay. I think so.
Yeah. Because now I'm like looking at him, I'm like, he kind of has a funny face. I mean, also, I saw that he's dating Rosalia.
Oh, yeah. I saw them holding hands.
Yeah.
In real life, I just saw them walking on the street. No, I saw the picture of them holding hands.
But yeah, after you saying that, I feel like we should go with you.
Okay. With Joe?
Yeah.
All right. So our winner is Joe.
Okay. Our last one over here is Taylor Lautner and Robert Pattinson.
Back to the good old debate
of
Jacob versus Edward.
Yes.
I said it backwards. It sounded so weird.
I know.
Normally people say Edward versus Jacob.
Yeah, because Edward wins every single time.
So I will start off by saying that I've never been on the Robert Pattinson hype.
That is just so wild.
I
would say he's probably the most attractive out of this entire board.
No.
Yes. Like, let me look at this.
Interesting. I do like him. I don't have any like hatred towards him, but I've always just liked Taylor Lautner more.
That's wild.
I'm just thinking of like Valentine's Day.
You know, he's about to have a baby,
Mhm.
Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him in Batman?
I just watched that.
That was so good.
I just watched that movie very recently. And what I will say about that is before like watching it, I was like, I cannot see him as Batman. I'm like, this is gonna be so weird. But I was like, let's just try it out. I thought his Batman was pretty good. But what I did not like was his Bruce Wayne. Every time he took off the mask, I was just like, it didn't give me Bruce Wayne vibes.
Okay.
He didn't give me a billionaire like kid vibes, and it was just a little off. And I really just think it is from the looks of him. Like I think I don't know. Like if they casted somebody else that looked like a Bruce Wayne character, because anybody can put on a Batman mask and look like Batman.
Yeah,
but then
true.
it's like when you take that uniform off, and then it's like, does he still look like the character? But I think he did good. I think his voice was good, like the Batman voice and everything. I loved oh my gosh, Gamora, the actor of Gamora who played Catwoman. I know her name.
Those are the same people?
Yeah, she plays
Wasn't it,
everybody. Wait 1 second. I have a whole existential crisis right now. That's just happening. I thought Zoe Saldana and Zoe Kravitz were the same exact person.
I don't even know who Zoe Saldana is.
Zoe Saldana is the one who plays Gamora, is the one that's in the Avatar movie. Like the blue people.
Okay, yeah,
She's like one of the avatars. And then Zoe Kravitz is the one that is in the new Batman movie and is in Divergent, and I just watched Divergent again.
Okay.
And I was like, no way, Zoe Saldana is all these actresses in all these big movies, and they're two different people.
Do they look alike?
Honestly, not really. I mean, but to be fair, I've only seen Zoe Saldana in a full makeup and costume. I've never seen her like
true.
face. Like she's either green or blue, and then Zoe Kravitz is like normal.
Yeah.
That is actually insane. I thought she was in all these big foreign movies.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you learn something every day.
Well, okay, so back to the debate.
I forgot what we were debating.
We're debating Edward or Jacob.
Okay.
You really agree with him imprinting on Renesmee?
I think I will go with the Robert Pattinson.
Really?
Like with you.
Okay.
I'll go with it.
You'll do it just for me?
But Taylor Lautner, if you're watching this, I love you. Now we're on to the next round. It's going to get harder and harder as we keep going. Next up, we have Tom Blythe and Harry Styles, who are both two British kings. I mean, also along with what we said in like the earlier brackets, is that Tom Blythe is kind of in the scene like newly. Like, you know, he hasn't been around for so long. I feel like Harry Styles is taking the reign over a lot of these people, but he's been here for a while.
Yeah. He was in One Direction. I mean, I'm sure everyone knows that. He was in One Direction himself, Harry Styles. He just got into acting.
Yeah, I was going to say he's been in a few movies too. Somebody was categorizing him. There was like this game that people were doing where like the answer was Harry Styles, and they were like, is he an actor? And they were like, no. And I'm like, I think you could say he's an actor. He's been in a few movies.
He's an actor. But I wouldn't, like, if I was just thinking of him, and if someone said, is he an actor or a singer, I'd probably be like, he's a singer.
Got you.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. Like just having the category as a whole. I think it's kind of easy.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Harry Styles.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go with Harry Styles.
And next up, we have Jacob Elordi and Andrew Garfield, which I feel like this one's kind of easy also.
I think it's easy for my side, but I don't know what you're going to say. Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking like classic, you know? Not like Elvis classic, but like, you know, like.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man classic.
Yeah. Okay, we're going with Andrew Garfield again.
Woo!
Andrew, I would say, is my top three. I mean, starting from right here, I don't know if I should even mention this, but my top three, I would say Timothée Chalamet, Harry Styles, Andrew Garfield. Who would be yours?
My top three would be Robert Pattinson, Timothée Chalamet, and Jeremy Allen White.
I just saw
Sorry.
her eyes only looking at his picture for like 10 seconds straight.
No, my eyes were going back and forth between Penn Badgley and Jermaine White. I'm like, which one?
Next up, we have Timothy Chalamet versus Dylan Sprouse.
I feel like this is getting easy.
I know it. Actually, I feel like it is getting
Like,
easy.
this round's real easy, except the next one. The next one's easy for me, but
I feel like we can just go right through this. We'll just go with Timothy Chalamet.
yeah, definitely Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
The last people for this little round bracket thing is Penn Badgley and Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm. I'm like thinking.
Silence.
I'm like thinking because I know that you're gonna say that you want like Robert Pattinson.
I mean, yes, of course I want Robert Pattinson, but I do understand Penn Badgley. He does more stuff. He has his podcast, you know? So I could go either way.
Why am I'm trying to think, what else has Robert Pattinson been in besides Twilight and Batman?
He was in this really sad movie. I feel like he's been in like some like rom-coms. There's like a few Netflix movies that I've seen. I don't know if they're Netflix directed, but like they were on Netflix. I don't know.
You know what I think of when I think of him though? All I can think of is I see that picture of him standing there in the kitchen in his tracksuit going like this.
I don't really know what you're talking about, but I feel like is the tracksuit one where he has like straight hair kind of? Like he looks kind of ugly in it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
You know, actually, I saw this really weird movie that he was in where, like, he was in space or something. But it was really strange and weird. I do not recommend it.
Interesting. Wait. Oh, my gosh. All my Harry Potter fans right there. He's Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter.
I haven't seen it, but yeah.
And I actually did think I really, really liked his character.
Really?
And I liked him. I think he looked really cute back then.
I also got some Harry Potter pajamas for Christmas. And I was like, well, I guess I got to start watching Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And I also got a shirt that I will wear next week.
Okay, cool. But yeah, out of all the Harry Potter films, the fact that I don't even know what number it is or the name of it.
There's so many.
But that one when they have the maze, they do like all these little different like games and stuff. But he's in that movie, and that one is my favorite. And I think it is because he's in it.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. So did it change your
Let's just go with Robert Pattinson.
Only if you want to. I don't want to force you.
No, I think so because I hate Dan Humphrey. But I love, I hate the you know what? I think it's because I hate the Humphreys in general.
Like
I
the
don't
entire
like
family?
I don't like Dan. I don't like
Jenny.
Oh, I don't like Denny. Denny? I don't like Denny's. I don't like Jenny. I don't like the father either.
I don't even remember his name.
Russell?
I don't know.
I
need to rewatch it.
And with out of all of them, I don't like Vanessa, I think, the most.
Oh.
I think it goes Vanessa, Jenny, the dad,
and
then Dan.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vanessa's character I hated it. It worked me with a passion.
Me too. This is looking pretty scary over here. We have our finalists. We have Harry Styles, Andrew Garfield, Timothy Chalamet, and Robert Pattinson.
And might I say, out of all 4 of these people, 3 of them are British. And we got one.
Oh.
I guess he's semi-French American.
Yeah.
But is that showing something that British people are just more attractive?
Maybe. Honestly. Oh, wait. You asked me who is the most attractive on this board. It's Timothy Chalamet. I forgot about him. I don't know where his picture was when I was staring at Robert Pattinson, but definitely Timothy Chalamet is the most attractive.
Interesting.
And he's American.
And he speaks French.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking of like Call Me By Your Name too.
Yeah,
He speaks
yeah.
Italian. Okay, so first up we have Harry Styles and Andrew Garfield, which I would say are in my top 3. So it is kind of hard for me to think about that.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts?
I think I don't really have any thoughts, but I can kind of think who I would choose.
Okay.
You want me to say it or?
Yeah, who do you think?
I would say Harry Styles.
Okay, and why is that?
Because he's I don't know if Andrew Garfield sings.
Yes.
Oh.
He is in the musical Tick Tick Boom. That is like it's pretty much a movie about a Broadway musical being like made and stuff. It's like about the real life stories. Vanessa Hudgens is in it, and they sing together.
Wow.
And he's pretty good at singing too.
Wow.
So
well, I was going to say Harry Styles, he's a singer. We had him in One Direction, his own personal band.
Yeah.
himself. And then Don't Worry, Darling, starting to act. Also, I don't know anything else that Andrew Garfield is in.
Yeah.
I only know the Spider-Man movie. And then now you said that. But I think I don't know.
Also in The Social Network too, the movie about Facebook.
I think I saw that.
I've only watched it for him too.
I must have watched that before I knew who he was.
I also love Jesse Eisenberg, who's like the main guy in it, who plays Zuck.
Yeah. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, I feel like I just have to say Harry Styles too.
Yeah.
It hurts, but I feel like I have to just say Harry Styles too.
Yeah. Okay. You want to go with Harry Styles?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with Harry Styles. We'll put him right there.
Okay. You know, I'm just like so surprised that Robert Pattinson made it this far. But you know, Robert, if this was my own, I would have just picked you out and put you straight as the winner. Okay, so next we have Timothée Chalamet and Robert Pattinson.
I already know who my winner
I know. And I think I'll go with it also. Because yes, I do agree.
Do we want to have any like debating like features? So I'm just trying to think, right? Like I feel like Timothy is more in the new age.
Yeah, he's dating Kylie Jenner. He's doing more stuff right now, and
like Robert is kind of back in our 2012s era. You know.
Yes, he is having a baby though. But I guess who cares about that? Any other debate, or should we just go with it?
I think it's chosen.
Yeah?
I think we're going with Timothy. What? Are you just
kidding? For the people that are not watching on YouTube, I just went straight for Robert Pattinson. Trying to grab his face.
I was waiting. Oh, is that a sign?
No.
Okay.
No?
Timothy's face just fell off the board. Okay. I will say, starting off at the beginning of this video, I knew that these were going to be our final two.
Really?
That's what I just figured. I think that this is the huge debate between all of pop culture is who is like the more favorite. Like, I don't know I was going to say who's better looking, but I feel like it is just who is like everybody's favorite.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. I guess they are both very big in pop culture, and yeah.
I would say, just for the people listening, we'll say it again. Our two finalists are Harry Styles and Timothée Chalamet. And this is, I think, the biggest debate.
Yeah.
I don't know what to like base it off of. I think I have thought of this before, so I do think I know what my answer is.
Okay.
But I would say that these are my two absolute favorite people out of all of the like celebrities. I'm also trying to think, like, okay, let's say we see them at a coffee shop. Okay, we see we're in the middle of the street. For some reason, we're just walking in the middle of the street, and we look to our right and we see Timothée Chalamet just sitting there at a coffee shop. Okay, we look to the left and we see Harry Styles over at this coffee shop. And you can only pick one to go up to and say hi to. And disrupt them as they're drinking their coffee, even though we wouldn't do this, but this is just a hypothetical situation.
Speak for yourself. If I see Robert Pattinson, I think, and honestly, I don't really know what to base this off of, because they are both very talented, and they both sing, they both perform, they both act. But I think if I was walking down the street and I saw one coffee shop with Harry Styles and one with Timothée Chalamet, I think I would go towards Timothée Chalamet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to give my answer yet. I like that. Yeah. I also was thinking about like how much I was trying to think about like content. I feel like even though Harry Styles has performed at so many concerts, for some reason I still see him as this mysterious man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we don't know much about him.
Yeah.
But then also thinking of Timothée Chalamet, like, we only see him as his roles in films. We've seen like interviews, but I do feel like I'm trying to think who gives out more content for us to watch. I think Timothy.
Yeah.
Right?
And, I did see recently, I just saw this morning, that he was walking around at the Grove. There were pictures of him at the Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went into like a Barnes and Noble.
Uh-huh.
And he was looking at the Dune book.
That's so funny. Also, there was pictures, paparazzi photos of him getting out of his car, and his phone was tilted like this. So the picture
Yes, I saw that.
zoomed in to his phone to see that he was listening to his own Wonka album. And I was like, honestly, same.
Yeah.
If I had my own music, I would be listening to myself too.
Yeah, definitely.
I think when I thought about this before, because I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just doing these brackets myself. And I have chosen Timothy Chalamet overall.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. I think maybe it is because he's more of our age and we're getting a lot more content of him.
Yeah.
All these movies coming out. I also love like his attitude with every interview. Also, Harry Styles has like an amazing persona and personality, but Timothy is just always so sweet and so, I don't know. Every time I see him, I'm just like, oh, I love him.
He just like seems, I mean, they both seem like such a nice guy, but yeah. He just seems so like genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody I feel like I can hang out with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Timothy Chalamet. If you want to hang out, let us know.
Yeah.
So are we deciding him?
Yeah, I think that's our winner.
You want to put him in the winner box?
All right. So sorry, Harry, but our winner is Timothy Chalamet.
Woo! Which is very like in this time right now. I feel like this is the white boy of the month.
I agree. I feel like this is the white boy of the year.
Yes.
And
yes.
that I feel like will go on until next year and the year after that.
Yeah. And it's a great way to end the year too. Being white boy of the month of our podcast.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to come in contact with us, we can give you your white boy of the month trophy. Yeah. Just message us in our DMs and we'll give the information from there.
Yeah, we could throw a party for you. Ooh. We could do whatever you want. Just let us know.
Yeah.
If you played along at home with us, let us know who your winner was, because I'm very curious if anyone else wanted Robert Pattinson to win as well. Maybe someone wanted Josh Hutcherson to win. And maybe he won in someone's eyes.
Yeah. Or let us know if we picked your winner, Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
So this is going to be our last episode of the year. We've only been doing this for like a couple of, I would say a few months now.
Yeah.
Which has been very fun. We appreciate all of the listeners that are coming back and enjoying our podcast episodes. I will just do a little mention again to give us a rating and review if you are enjoying our podcast, so you can get it pushed out to more people to enjoy also. But yeah, I'm excited for next year. We're gonna have a whole bunch of fun topics and episodes, so make sure you're always coming back to hang out with us.
So that is it for this episode. We hope you have a happy new year. Stay safe out there, and we are
the Quirky Cast. See you next year.